So welcome. It's so good to have you all here. Those of you who are coming live and for others who will be watching later, welcome to Mindful Nurses, Wellness Wednesdays. My name is Janelle and I am co-founder of Mindful Nurses together with Claudia Wong. We're super happy to have you guys here, to have this space for nurses to come together and share mindfulness and self-care and holistic wellness practices. Claudia and I co-founded Mindful Nurses to create this space for nurses after going through our own experience with burnout ourselves. For me personally, I started my career as an emergency room nurse in 2007 and then began working in humanitarian aid and international development, managing programs in women's health and sexual and reproductive health, HIV. Working in refugee camps and low resource settings around Africa. And about 2 years ago, went through an experience of burnout. If any of you who are listening have experienced burnout or can relate to some of the things I'm going to share, you can just drop an emoji. I think this is really common for us as nurses to experience some form of burnout. As nurses, most of us are pretty caring people. That's kind of what draws us to this profession. And so we have a lot of empathy, a lot of care for our patients and for the people we are caring for. And we see and witness a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. And yeah, if we don't have the tools or the resources or the knowledge to create boundaries and to sort of release that what we're seeing every day, it can really start to become pretty heavy and weigh on us. So if you can relate to that, you can just drop an emoji just to let me know. So hi everyone, hi Claudia, hey Tarek, good to have you guys here. So yeah, in my experience personally, I was really starting to feel really overwhelmed with the amount of need, of pain, of suffering, both of the patients I was caring for individually and then working in programs and refugee settings, seeing the systemic challenges to health and to wellness. It really became overwhelming and my response was to want to do more. I always wanted to do more. You know, I was working clinically as a nurse, and then I got 2 master's degrees in nursing and public health to try to address health systems issues. And then I went back to school to advance my clinical knowledge as a nurse practitioner and was just really trying to learn more, to know more, to do more, to be able to give more. And then, oh, there's some wind here. About 2 years ago, I really just experienced a burnout in that I felt I had lost my motivation, lost my inspiration and motivation to do the work I was doing, became very disillusioned with my ability or the ability of the system I was working in to really address the needs, and lost my compassion for the people in the communities I was serving, and actually became pretty resentful of the responsibility that I had. And yeah, it just became really, really lost my motivation for the work, and felt a lot of anxiety going to work as well. So everything kind of aligned where I actually was laid off from my job and was given this opportunity just to step away from all of it, and really received this message that my happiness and my purpose and my fulfillment was not going to come from doing more, but it was actually going to come from doing less. And for the past 2 years, I've been living in Asia between India and Thailand and Bali, exploring yoga, meditation, breathwork, and other holistic modalities for myself, and now starting to share those with others, and really finding fulfillment in this role of doing less, of just living more simply, of still being in service. Being in service is still important to me, but finding ways to to be in service and in a way that's doing less and not putting so much pressure on myself to do more. Um, so that was kind of my journey and my path with burnout in my career as a nurse. And about 2 years ago, Claudia, the co-founder of Mindful Nurses, and we met in Bali and during a yoga and Reiki training here. And we were sharing our experiences with one another and just saying how lucky we were to have this time to step away from nursing and to care for ourselves. And just recognizing how lucky we were to have that space to self-care. And we really wanted to create a space where we could share these tools with others, because I can just imagine how helpful it would have been for me when I was working as a nurse to have simple tools and practices to be able to resource myself, to release some of the heavy energy I was taking on from my work, and to set boundaries and come back to my center and to ground myself through meditation, through yoga, through breathing practices. So we created this mindful nursing space and the Wellness Wednesdays events to share these practices and very practical, simple techniques that nurses can use, that you can use to prevent burnout, to soothe stress, to restore calm and grounding in yourself. So it's great to have you all signing in. And today we're going to be sharing a breathwork. I'm going to be sharing a breathwork practice, actually 3 breathing practices. These are very simple, short breathing techniques that you can use anytime, anywhere. Safe, effective, no side effects like medications, totally natural resource that you have with you all the time to address anxiety and depression, to boost your mood, to create calm, to create energy, clarity. Many beautiful benefits of these breathing practices, and they're very short, simple practices. So we can go ahead and get started with these breathing practices. So you can come into a comfortable seat. If you have a yoga mat, you can be sitting on a yoga mat, but you don't need it. You can just be comfortable wherever you are. I'm just gonna move this back so you can see me. So if you are on a yoga mat, you can come up onto a pillow, maybe just something to elevate your hips a little bit over your knees, coming into a comfortable seated position for a meditation posture. One leg crossed over the other or one leg in front of the other. Having your hips elevated and your hands resting in your lap. And let your shoulders relax down your back. You can just take some deep sighs, making a sound as you sigh out. We're just going to take some gentle movements just to start to open up the body, to bring some flexibility into your spine, creates more space for your breath. And just take some circling motions, having your hands resting in your lap, circling around your hips. Just breathing naturally. And you can circle the other way, inhaling as you rotate forward, exhaling as you circle back. Good, and then coming to stillness, and we'll just do a few more movements here. We'll do some seated cat-cows. So again, just opening up the spine a little bit more. You have your hands in your lap, and on your inhale, you're gonna arch the spine, bringing your chest forward. And on your exhale, you can round the spine, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale, arching for cow. Exhale, rounding for cat. Just continue moving back and forth, moving with your breath, creating some space, bringing flexibility into your spine. And gaze towards the sky, also opening the throat. Okay, good. And then you can come into stillness. Again, you can take a few deep sighs here, breathing in through the nose and sighing out through your mouth, making a sound on the exhale. We're going to begin the first practice, and the first practice is simply observing our breath. So before we try to control our breath in any way, we're just going to watch our breath and just notice how we're breathing. We're usually moving so quickly, being very busy in our work, moving throughout the day. We never take a moment to just sit and just observe ourselves, just observe our breath, just notice. So that's what we're going to begin with. So again, just start in a comfortable position. In a comfortable seat, legs crossed, hips elevated, sitting on a pillow, shoulders down your back, hands in your lap. And relax your face, relax your jaw. Gently close your eyes, let the crown of your head, the top of your head raise towards the sky. Sitting up straight but relaxed. Good, and then you're just going to start to bring your awareness to your breath, just noticing your breath, noticing the sensations of your breath. Notice the feeling of the air on your nostrils as you inhale and exhale. Notice the sensations in your chest rising and falling. Your belly rising and falling with every inhale and exhale. Notice the speed of your breath, the rhythm, the pace. Notice the depth of your breath. Notice where you're breathing, where you feel your breath the most in your body. Notice anywhere you're holding tension. A lot of us have a tendency to hold tension in our bellies. Just notice if you feel any tightness here. You can also bring a hand to your belly just to bring more awareness as you listen. And then you can start to scan your whole body from the top of your head down to your toes. Observing sensations throughout your body, any places where you may be holding tension, where you're feeling pain or aching or tingling, itching, any sensations. Maybe you're feeling numbness or nothing at all. Just notice that as well. Just a few more moments here, observing your breath and observing your body. You may also want to give a number for any tension or sensation you feel in the body on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being completely relaxed and 10 being completely tense. Just notice how you're feeling right now, where you fall on that scale. Okay, beautiful. And then when you're ready, you can bring your hands together and start to rub your hands together to create some heat. And then place your hands over your eyes. And gently open your eyes into your hands. And then release your hands, coming back to the space. Okay, so for anyone who was here with that practice, if you would like to just drop a comment in the chat box, how was that experience for you? We'd love to hear what your experience was. So this was just a simple technique, less than 10 minutes. You can do a felt sense meditation, just observing the sensations in your body, observing your breath, observing your body, noticing where we're holding tension, noticing where we're breathing, noticing how we're breathing. A lot of us hold tension in our bellies, so we're not breathing fully and deeply into the belly. We breathe shallow here in our chest. So this first step is just about noticing how we're breathing and where we're holding some resistance to the breath. And to become more familiar with our bodies and with how we're feeling. We're often rushing through our days and not even noticing how we feel, and we become very numb. So this is just a great first practice to check in with yourself and give yourself this attention that we all crave. Okay, so hi Michelle, hi Jessica, hi Jackie, thanks for watching. Great to have you guys with us. Feel free to type any comments or questions into the chat box at any time. We're just going to be going through 2 more breathing practices. So the second practice is a calming breath. This is called the Coherence Breath. And this is a practice you can use when you're feeling stress, when you're feeling anxiety, when your mind is racing, your body feels tense, you feel anxious, your heart is racing. We can use this breathing practice just to calm our nervous systems, to slow down our breath, to slow down our thoughts, just come into a more relaxed, peaceful place. There's a very simple technique we use for this, and it's simply inhaling for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5. And we'll be breathing in and out through the nose, and we're breathing deep breaths into the belly. Okay, so inhaling for a count of 5, exhaling for 5, in and out through the nose, breathing into your belly. So if it helps, you can place a hand or two hands on your belly just to bring your awareness here that this is where you want to direct your breath. And we want to work on relaxing the belly. So on the inhale, your belly should expand fully. And on the exhale, it relaxes. Okay. So again, coming into a comfortable seat. You want to take a few shakes or sighs just to get comfortable. You may want to shake out your legs. Just come back into your meditative seat, hips elevated above your knees, legs crossed or one in front of the other, hands resting in your lap, shoulders relaxed down your back, crown of your head raising towards the sky, relax your face, gently close down your eyes. Bringing your attention to your breath. We're going to begin this coherence breathing practice, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can continue with your own count, breathing in and out through the nose, inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5, deep breaths into the belly. We'll just do this for about 5 minutes. Your mind starts to wander, that's totally normal. Just notice and bring your attention back to your breath, counting your inhales for 5, exhaling for a count of 5. And notice you're feeling any tension in your belly or your chest. You can just bring your hands to this place to support your breath. Relaxing the body with every exhale. Sinking deeper into this relaxing breath. Feeling the sensations of your body as you breathe. Being present here in this moment with every breath. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to be. Coming home to your breath, coming home to your body, finding stillness. Exhaling stress, inhaling calm. Soothing yourself with every breath. Finding comfort, relaxation, restoration with every breath. Just a few more breaths here. Good, and then you can allow your breath to flow naturally and bring your hands together, rubbing them together to create some heat. And then again, place your hands over your eyes. Give your face a little massage. Gently opening your eyes. And when you're ready, coming back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for participating in that short breathing practice. Welcome. For those of you who just joined, welcome Jessica, Jackie, Sujit, Kathy, everyone who's popping on. It's great to have you. Please just comment in the chat box. Let us know where you're watching from, what brings you here today. If you have any questions or comments, it's great to have you all here. So that was our second breathing practice. That's called the Coherence Breath, the calming breathing practice. There's many breathing practices we can use to create calm in the nervous system, to calm our bodies and our minds. This is one of them, simply inhaling and exhaling for a count of 5. Another practice you can use is extending the exhale. So you may want to play with inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 7. Inhaling for 5, exhaling for 8. Just see what feels good. The longer you extend the exhale, the more relaxation you can bring into your body. You can also work with a box breathing technique, so bringing a pause between the inhale and exhale, inhaling for 5, pausing for 5, exhaling for 5, pausing for 5. So see what feels good for you, and you can explore many different practices. I like to use the simple inhaling and exhaling for 5, the coherence breath, just because it's so easy. So it's easy to remember. And this breathing practice is quite effective. Maybe you can type into the chat box if you're feeling more calm after that practice. Just give me a little wave or a heart if you're feeling more calm. Yeah, so if you're not already feeling it, if you're not already convinced from experiencing it yourself, there have been studies on this breathing practice, the coherence breathing technique. People, they follow just practicing this for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. After 2 weeks, they showed decreased blood pressure, decreased cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone, increased dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, which is our feel-good hormones to combat depression and anxiety. So this breathing practice is super, super effective, super simple, and also super effective. It's great if you can do it at least once a day in the morning or before you go to bed to just create this more sustained sense of calm in your nervous system. You can also use it in the moment. If you're feeling really anxious in any given moment, you can find a quiet space to step aside and just breathe like this for a minute, for 5 minutes, and really this will help to calm your nervous system down. So this is a great resource, great tool to have when you're feeling stressed. So the third breathing practice and the last breathing practice we're going to do is an energizing breath. This breathing technique, it's a conscious connected breathing technique. It's been made really famous by its ancient breathing practice from Tibetan Buddhist traditions and yogic traditions, been made really famous recently by Wim Hof, who uses this technique in combination with cold plunge pools, cold exposure to boost immunity. So this technique is really good for boosting immunity, for boosting energy. I like to do this practice in the morning for boosting my energy. It feels like drinking coffee, and just have a natural coffee with your breath. So basically the technique is breathing continuously connected through the mouth. And we're going to breathe like this for 30 breaths. And then after 30 breaths, we're going to exhale all the air out, and we're going to hold that exhale for as long as you can. This is a breath retention. You're going to hold the breath on the exhale for as long as you can. And then when you need to, you're going to sip in a breath, and inhale, and hold that for 15 seconds, and then release. So that's one round, and we're going to do 3 rounds. We have time to do 3 rounds. So these are deep belly breaths. Again, we're breathing into the belly, full active inhales, filling up the belly, filling up the lungs completely, letting the belly and the chest expand completely on the inhale. And on the exhale, we just let it go. So it will look like this. In and out through the mouth, deep, full, active inhales, passive exhales, breathing like this for 30 breaths. And on the 30th breath, blowing all the air out and then holding the exhale. Holding that exhale for as long as you can, and then sipping the air in, like through a straw. Holding this for 15 seconds, and then releasing. And then coming back to your regular breath, wait here, and then I'll guide you into another round. Okay, so we can begin. If you'd like to do a little shaking before we start, again, you can shake out the legs, shake out the body. You may even want to stand up and stretch a little bit. We've been sitting for a while. It's good just to shake Just a shake to move the energy through the body. You can jump up and down, shake out your legs, shake out your arms. Okay, and then come back to a seat. Okay, come back to a comfortable seat, sitting on a pillow, have your hips elevated, can feel good. You can cross your legs or have one leg in front of the other. Letting your shoulders relax down your back, hands resting in your lap. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your eyebrows, let your eyes gently close. Good, and then we can begin the breathing practice, breathing in and out through the mouth, deep belly breaths for 30 breaths. And begin, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, continuing. Good, and on your 30th breath, you're gonna exhale all the air out. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Exhale everything out and hold on the exhale. Feeling the stillness. Holding your breath for as long as you can. And then when you need to, sipping in the inhale like you're sipping in through a straw. Focus on your third eye, this point between your eyebrows, holding the inhale for 15 seconds. Good, and then releasing, coming back to your regular breath. Good, and then we'll begin the second round. Same thing, 30 breaths in and out through the mouth, deep into the belly. Begin. And on your 30th breath, exhaling all the air out, let it go, let it go, let it go, releasing all of the breath and holding the exhale for as long as you can. Noticing the sensations in your body. You feel like you need to breathe in. See if you can hold your breath just a little bit longer. And then when you're ready, sipping in your inhale through a straw, focusing on your third eye, holding the breath here for 15 seconds. And then letting it go, coming back to your regular breath, just resting here with your regular breath for a few moments. Okay, and then we'll complete the third and final round, breathing 30 breaths in and out through the mouth into the belly. You can begin. And on your 30th breath, exhaling all of the air out and holding your breath here. Holding your breath for as long as you can. When you need to breathe in, hold it for just a little bit longer. And then breathing in through a straw, focusing on your third eye, holding this for 15 seconds. And then exhale, coming back to your regular breath. Just take a moment here in stillness, breathing naturally, scanning your body, notice how you're feeling. Notice any sensations, any places you're holding tension, any shifts, changes that have happened, tensions that have been released. And again, you can use that number just to rate how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being totally relaxed and 10 being totally stressed. Just notice how you're feeling right now. Good, and then you can take your hands together again, rubbing your hands together, creating some heat. Place your hands over your eyes, give yourself a little massage. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. Okay, so welcome back. That was our last breathing practice using a conscious connected breath to build energy in the body, to boost our immunity, to boost our mood. Curious how everyone's feeling right now after that breathing practice. If anyone wants to share any comments, you can comment in the chat. You can drop an emoji if you're feeling more energized after that practice. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Or if you have any tips of breathing practices that you like to do that you want to share. Yeah, so this breathing practice, like I was saying, I really like to do this in the morning. It's very energizing. If I wake up feeling